Hey guys, this is Breezy, and this week I'm bringing you a guest interview with my friend Morgan on Spectrum Podcast. Woo! So welcome, Morgan Willow.
Hello. Hello, it's good to be here. It's nice to be in the studio. I saw it getting built, and this is my first project here, so.
Yep,
Morgan. Long-time fan, first-time recorder.
Morgan is a familiar figure to those of you who have seen the oldest video on the Rare Girl Recording YouTube channel.
Yeah, if you've gone into the deep archives.
Man, it's a decade old now. It's from I think my original iPhone I ever had. Terrible quality video, but amazing content.
Yeah. I mean, it's just really a story of right place, right time. There was a hummingbird. It was stuck, and I needed to save it. It was bringing its poor little brains out against the window. I was like so tired and like just confused and covered in spider webs and just fuck, man.
Right. So, to my accounting, Morgan invited me over. It's brand new in our relationship. We're both pretty new to Santa Barbara.
That's true. We've just started walking our dogs together.
We're back alley neighbors.
You know what that means.
Everything is the low-hanging fruit for me, Morgan. My mind is squarely in the gutter.
At all times.
By which I meant we literally lived on Brigante Lane, which is an alleyway.
It's an alleyway that they turned into a road because they're like, we're running out of space.
Her apartment backed into it, and the little shit house that me and Eric first lived in together when we first moved in together in Santa Barbara was across the alley. So yeah, we were back alley buddies.
It was good. It was good.
Our dogs met, and then we met.
Yeah, all courtesy of the late, great Bomber and Ellie dude.
So Morgan invites me over for dinner. I come in. I hear clanging. I hear strange noises. She's running across her counter, and I intuitively begin to film her, and that's why we have that video. So it's just me filming her trying to help the tired, hapless hummingbird.
It's just, it's like the accidental inception. And then it pooped and it flew away and everybody was happy.
If you haven't seen it, it's there for you. If you have seen it, it's probably why you're subscribed to us. So may I bring back the banter between Morgan and myself. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to your nightmare.
So Morgan and I go back, as we just established, at least a decade. We're homies. She is an incredible person. I have a series of interview questions intended to introduce her to you, my audience.
It feels so fucking formal. Thank you. It's so nice to be here.
And we'll see how it goes. By the way, Danny this week is chilling like a villain. She's working hard. She's helping out another friend who needed a friend today. So this week.
So here we are. And I'm in town.
You can ask. Yeah, well, and most importantly, Momo's in town.
So yeah, girl. You know what that means.
Fucking radular. All right, girl. So first of all, how are you?
I feel good. I just woke up from a nap. Yeah, it was like one of those where you sleep like the dead naps. And then I woke up and I forgot where I was. I've just been everywhere lately. That was me when I hung out with you on karaoke night Saturday morning.
I had that moment of, where am I? When I woke up, opened up my eyes, I was like, George's bedroom? Oh, good. Morgan's next to me. We're safe.
I know. I told George, there's going to be 2 women sleeping in your bed, but you're not going to be there tonight, so you're going to be in the hospital. Sorry, buddy.
I think I was a little tired. I basically had my purse still strapped on my chest.
I literally had to undress you, like you looked like you were going to get choked out. You had like on two different jackets.
It was a karaoke bar that is a dive bar in this funky part of Santa Barbara, I wasn't expecting as many drinks to get bought for us as got bought.
What do you mean? We're adorable.
I had a really cheap tab, even though I myself ordered a lot of drinks. There was a mishap where the bartender literally brought Sasha 3 beers when she said, Bree wants a beer, and he's like, 3? And she's like,
it's honestly
for Bree.
a classic misunderstanding.
And then that wonderful man just gave us the other 2. Like every business-minded bartender.
And I ended up everybody coming back to our place, and then I was just all right, we got to take care of everybody. Oh, we need water.
I kind of invited everybody back and then ended up like puking at the other side of your partner's car.
and then I made everybody hang out outside in the workshop.
Oh, God.
It's like, no, you can come over, but you're not allowed to come inside.
It's not one of my finer nights. But dude, I did not keep track. You know,
yeah, it's cool.
Sometimes we just go big.
So that night was great, but yeah, I feel good. Life is crazy. I mean, I've been traveling. I went on a 2.5 week ski trip, and then and that was great. All the way.
So jealous.
Yes, I've got a few storms, and
it's quite a powdery season out there. And any of you that are in snowy places, I hope you're enjoying it. For those of us that aren't, even though I took 4 runs 2 weekends ago, 10 minutes from my house here in Santa Barbara. Ski Santa Barbara. Woo!
All right, I'll throw out there. Ski Mount A. You know, it's the local digs where I'm at. I'm in Ashland, Oregon now. I used to live in Santa Barbara. You know.
Yeah,
it was good. Well, it was good. If I had never come to this city that really just put me through my fucking paces, I would have never met Bree. So it's totally worth it. You know, 100%. Just man, this town has kicked my ass. Oh. I'm like, I'm not supposed to be here all the time.
No, I mean, I understand that. Dude, it's a tough town. It's literally one of the worst places to live, or most unaffordable places to live for people in our age group.
I had so many
what the average money people make is, and then you're supposed to not have more than 33% of your overall cost of, you know, or your paycheck go towards cost of living and stuff.
That's the American dream, isn't it?
Right, dude. But obviously in this place, that's the compromises. Yeah, but anyway. So that leads me to my next question, actually. As the Bobs of Office Space would inquire, what would you say you do here?
Like on this earth? What are we here for? What am I here for? What am I here for? Why am I here? I am here to be curious, to bring joy. I'm a massage therapist. I mean, you know, I instill joy in people.
She's a blue hands.
Oh yes.
That means natural healer for those of you that are less crunchy.
I just had this whole vision of me be like, I am a blue hands now. I've like come back from this journey, Bree, and Bree, I'm a blue hands. But that's not how it works. She just started calling me that, and it sounds so like hoity-toity. I've gone on a journey. I am now Morgan Blue Hands.
Dude, whatever. You know.
Anyhow, no, it's good.
It's
so
true.
that's what I do here on this earth. That's what this iteration that I'm working with in this decade. I was a photographer before that for a long time.
Yeah,
I love that.
When we met, you were at photography school and working at Trader Joe's, which rejected my application, by the way. As a UCLA graduate, they were like, nope.
Wow, just overqualified.
They didn't even call me back.
They told me I was the best interview they'd ever had.
It's so strange because I kind of feel like we're like you know, the keys to the piano together. It's like I'm just like the slightly darker haired version. You're just the slightly lighter haired version. Yeah.
I'm the majors. Whoop.
You got me. Wait, where's my piano one? I know normally it's for the end, but it's special. Obviously, they didn't feel that way.
What else you got for me? What else you got for me?
What's your personal passion project?
Fuck, it's honestly, I mean, the massage is still a personal passion project. I came to this through just years of being really curious about the body, even as a kid. And I think my passion project really is to follow my curiosity as far as it can possibly take me. And right now it's taking me super deep into the realm of touch. And really what that means on kind of a gross level, meaning, you know, like a physical level. Sure. Something that's manifest, as well as a quantum level, and where are we at as beings. I mean, okay, the fact that really that our atoms never touch, I don't know. Damn it, like Neil deGrasse Tyson with all of your cool facts.
Oh,
I'm
man.
like, I mean, I'm touching people, but I'm never touching people, but somehow
Theoretical
am I
physics,
touching then? You know, because I can sense fascia. I can sense
physics.
What am I actually touching? I can feel so much in the body. Like I touch the body, and there's a conversation that happens. You know.
Yeah. I have felt that conversation. I've experienced the conversation. I've had massages, but the massages that I've gotten from Morgan have just been so different. We're like obviously talkers, and most of the time when I'm with a massage therapist, I know they're always like, let me know if the touch is this or that, or if you want more, blah. But I'm usually like, it's good, everything's great, you're so perfect, and
I
just
don't talk.
I kind of like let it ride. But like when you've given me work, I feel things that physical therapists have told me are connected and whatnot in the past. I feel those things like light up or whatever you say as you'll like work on this right spot in my upper back, my left heel where I fucking shattered it. It'll feel something and I'll be like, ooh, and I notice it, and then I'll actually say that I notice it, and then you'll like actually be like, yeah, that's totally what is happening. And it's interesting because
you're starting to feel the connections in your own body. Basically.
You notice it more or something.
I'm not the one who's creating those.
You're
your
not like, am I crazy?
body already is.
Or it's easy to like not to just
I'm a
get to miss things.
I'm a facilitator. I'm there to listen.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm there to be a friend.
Sorry.
Hey, you turn that heat back on.
Yeah, it's not that.
I mean, good Lord, it is wintertime. Yes, it's Santa Barbara, but we are in the mountains.
Sorry, guys. You'll just have to... That lovely hum in the background is the sound of a heater in my little studio.
We just have like a tiny orchestra playing in the background.
It's a comforting sound for those of you that like ASMR. Oh, my God. And for those of you that don't, I'm sorry. I hope you can just like ignore the past 10 seconds. Girl, I love it. So let me ask you this. Have you ever read a book that changed your life? Or more, I feel like the answer is probably yes. And so maybe it's more like, what's a book that's changed your life? Could you share a book with us?
Oh my God, it's such a beautiful intellectual question.
Bible.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'm not totally slamming it.
Not in a way that feels constructive. Well, no, but that sounds true either. I learned a lot of what not to do. Just kind of from that whole experience.
You are a Hoosier. You are from Indiana. You are a Midwesterner.
It's true.
I do believe that is part of the Bible Belt.
Yeah, I mean, I went to Jesus school and had to.
Are you Christian originally?
Yeah, we were
or
Christian.
What's the sect? I guess I'm so bad.
I think it's all the same.
And by the way, everyone out there, I really don't mean to sound like an asshole. I just don't know.
I do. So I was baptized Methodist, and then
that's what I'm asking. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally had a choice. I was like, oh, thank goodness, Methodist. Jesus. I mean, if I had been fucking baptized Lutheran, who would have known what would have happened? Except that's
dude,
where we went next.
My mom was originally baptized Lutheran.
We did Lutheran next. Next, we tried Lutheran. I don't understand. I'm just like we were saying like,
and then we slid right into evangelicalism.
Right? You're just like, I don't know. It's like first I was trying Mexican food, and you're like, that was pretty good, but I guess now I'm gonna try some like
pupusas,
like some Venezuelan food. I'm sure it's different, but it's like the same, but it's different. You know what I mean? Like, oh,
in Argentina, they don't even know what a street taco is.
Right? We're gonna go to Costa Rica, and they're like, well, they have beans and rice. You know, it's just like the same thing. It's just like not as many tacos, and that's fine.
Like, is it black beans? Is it red beans? Is it pinto?
Yeah. And all I'm saying is it was Christian. What was the fucking question? So.
What? All right, sorry. Circling back.
Was there a book?
Bible is sexy. Woo! Yeah, what's a book that's changed your life, Mo? This is a comedic podcast, you know.
I know,
the point is just to laugh. I mean, if we never get to the answer, it's okay. We can just move on. You can say pass.
I like fucking hate those questions. I'm a bookie. I like all sorts of books.
Yeah, I definitely know that initially you definitely read more than me I feel.
I read a ton of fiction. I'm into like a really good adventure story that
as I look over to my like completely nonfiction book. Yeah.
I wouldn't say this one changed my life, but I will say that as a child I read The True Confessions of Charlotte Doyle.
Oh wait, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is there. That's fiction. There you go. Boom.
I don't know. Okay, so check it out. This is so silly. It's a book about this girl, and she's like upper crust society, doesn't want to be, goes on a boat, a bunch of things happen. Essentially, she like joins the crew, and becomes like a pirate or whatever.
What was the name of it?
The True Confessions of Charlotte Doyle.
Oh, the True Conventions? Confessions of Charlotte Doyle. Is it like young adult fiction?
Oh, 100%.
Tight.
Here's the thing about that book, though.
It changed your life?
It changed my life. The piece of it that I connected with as a young...
because you read it last year.
I did. No, I definitely have memories of sitting in my childhood home, like in this, because, we had one of those houses that had eaves, and it was like the half.
Oh, that's
the half.
cute.
And so I had the angled room.
You had a nook?
I had the nook and the little angled room. But yeah, I mean, she basically goes, I don't want to be a lady. All this stuff fucking totally sucks. You guys expect stuff of me that feels really boring.
Pants.
I want to wear pants.
I want to be a cowboy.
I want to be a cowboy.
I'm going to drink Coors.
That's right. Yeah, she wants to like run away to the sea. And, so there was that. It changed my whole life. Yeah.
Sick.
Like the whole way I thought about
Would you recommend it to my audience?
Totally, dude. I don't have anything constructive to say on
You
that,
guys
really.
can probably find it in your library's young adult fiction section.
Probably not anymore.
Maybe if you're in prison, it's where the book has been donated to.
I know, right? It's possible. It's possible. No book has, I feel like, just completely blown my mind to the point that it's just like, wow, I can't ever think about
also,
life the
for
same
reference,
way.
Morgan has not seen these questions. These are definitely off the cuff responses. I told her she had the chance at first to look at the questions, and then it occurred to me that the point of my show is sort of the spontaneity that exists in not
Oh, good
knowing.
Lord. I can't believe I didn't think of this. Anything by Tom Robbins. Okay, I read How to Read The Even Cowgirls Get the Blues for the first time. Again,
that's a
the
good
whole
one.
point of that story is like a really offbeat lady who...
With big thumbs.
With just giant thumbs. Which, I mean, I'm not personally connected to that, but I do like to hitchhike.
Do you think that she made some kinky friends that really like big thumb?
Yeah, that's right.
Butt plug sex?
Yeah, she had kinky friends. It was hot.
I saw the world's largest butt plug in our local adult bookstore when I went there with another comedian friend to buy a prop vibrator.
What was its mass?
Yo, dude. All I know is that at first I saw it and I'm like, that is the largest drain plug I've ever seen in my life. And then I was like, you're not in a plumbing store? And then I got closer and I was like, oh, MG. For real. It was at least as big as my head.
A challenge.
But what butthole is that big? I ask.
Oh, I think that there's some contenders out there
that
you don't want to know about. That you don't want to know about. I don't have any personal knowledge, just as a disclaimer.
Morgan, that actually segues nicely into my next question for you, which is, what is something
that's great
that you used to
Butt
believe
plugs is the best transition to dairy,
but no longer do? I feel like it could either, what is something that you used to believe or believe in? So it's either, what is something that you used to believe but no longer do? Or what is something that you used to believe in but you no longer do? Okay, I used to like honestly believe that my olive skin tone would protect me from ultimate skin damage in like the cancer-y kind of way, right? Mm-hmm. So my arms, for those of you that have familiarity with olive skin tone, we're like, mostly white people, but like when you go out in the sun, you're like the Italian kind of skin or whatever, you go out in the sun and like tan once like with sunscreen and then the rest of the summer like you're basically good, right? But like I mean that's what you think, right?
No.
I mean I still put on
the base tan,
but on my arms I used to not put it on, and then I noticed that like over the years I got more freckles, and then all of a sudden those freckles started to be inverse freckles, like white spots, and then I was like,
what? And then pretty soon it was melanoma.
Right, dude, and then I'm like, I haven't been to the dermatologist in quite some time. And then in the meantime I was like, you know what's a good plan for this? I'm gonna start tattooing, and then I'm going to protect that ink, and I'm going to put all the sunscreen on it. So that's something I used to believe in that I no longer believe in. I don't believe olive skin tone is protected from sun damage, but I did go to the dermatologist and get a clean bill of health. So,
well, that's really good to know.
Yeah.
My lily white ass has had a really good relationship with sunscreen for a very long time.
Do you go like white, red, back to white again?
Yeah, I burn, and I essentially
sister.
do go back to white. No. If I spend enough time consecutively, like, really trying, I can get a really good tan on.
You're like that
it just
person
takes me
that
a long time.
you like hold like the tannest, most seen sun part of your body against like your most whitest, like less
like, but
sun part of the
look,
body, and you're like, you see those 2 tones of difference, and you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, bro. It's like how a designer will tell you
That's
that there's
booties and boobies, dude.
200 shades of white, Morgan.
I'm not even 200 shades of gray. I'm like, woo. I'm all the whites.
They're like, it's that subtle egg. No, it's that really, really soft, foggy undertone of gray. Yeah, no.
Okay, so I don't know. There's a couple things. First of all, things that I used to believe in that I no longer believe in. Western medicine. I can't remember what was the
sting.
What was the time? What was the point?
Tell the tea.
Yeah, I think that when I started being more curious, and then also not only not that, but also right more often, like that being correct about what was happening with me.
Oh yeah,
when I would go to the doctors and
then your own personal reflections on your own personal health and your various health journeys over the years.
Yeah, so and I mean, my mom growing up, my mom is a nurse. We had a lot of trauma medicine available in the home because me.
Yeah.
And, we
sorted
would just
past.
Yeah, so instead of going to the emergency room, we would just do all sorts of emergency room procedures in the house.
Oh, sure.
So I actually learned
That's
some
that
very
Midwestern just bootstrap spirit.
Just hold yourself up by your bootstraps.
Yeah,
you cut them in half. You cut them real thin. You make some thread out of them, and then you sew yourself back together. You keep on going. You hope you rub some dirt in there. Natural macrobiotics.
And the budget's a little tight this month. Sorry, hun.
Just boil the water, pour it right on.
Boil the water. Nice,
yeah,
dude.
I just it was a slow process, and then it just crumbled, and then it just all crumbled away. Now, do I believe in surgeries and life-saving operations? Yeah, I think that part's really cool.
Right.
Just the fact that realizing that our medicine is built around trauma.
And less so around like the preventative side of things or actually living in a thriving way.
Yeah.
It's not, like fixing problems after they've already become problems.
Yeah, it's not about maintaining our health overall long term. So
unfortunately, I think capitalism doesn't have much interest in healthy people, and that has a big role to play in that in our healthcare system. Ew.
Hey, we're like, none of this is new information.
We here at Spectrum.pod have a healthy distaste for government. No, I'm just kidding. We just like to question things, bro. It's all. I'm a big proponent of critical thinking. Okay.
Critical mass.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks.
How do you deal with stressful situations?
How do I de-stress? A lot of times I smoke weed. I mean, that is
that's
true.
a big one for me too.
Now, it's not my go-to.
Guilty.
Ooh, guilty as charged.
No, but it is a good one.
The thing I love about marijuana, ye old sacred flower plant of Goddess Yor, is that oftentimes when my mind becomes so convoluted and jacked up and I can't seem to parse out exactly the pathways, and it all just feels like a big jumbly mess, like those necklaces, you just gotta massage them for a while. I'm like the master of that. You know what I mean?
Up. Don't make them tighter.
I'm like don't struggle. Don't struggle. Don't get aggressive.
No.
You just got to keep rolling it between your fingers, baby. There was a little pieces coming on out.
Yep.
So, weed kind of unrolls me like that, puts everything out in front of me, and I can see what's important and what isn't. There becomes a filter that feels very true in my body, where it just says, this is what's really happening, and all of that other stuff is noise.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think for me too, even just the act of the slowing down, the pausing, the taking a few beats, the changing, like when I'm doing the transition to like whatever the smoking of the weed or whatever's happening, and then like the breathing that's going on at the same time, and then approaching the situation. It's like there's all these other like somatic things going on alongside it, and then they all kind of like have an entourage effect, I'd say.
Yeah, and then then I just find myself drawn to want to do whatever, something. Yeah. And maybe I'm going to go for a walk, or, maybe I'm going to draw something, or possibly, so there's just
maybe I'm going to just jerk off. It doesn't really matter.
That is actually the first thing that came to my mind.
Dude, we here at Spectrum Podcast encourage sexuality.
Yes, please.
Mama is in town till the 18th. Oh.
I'm just saying, hit me up. You know what I mean?
Oh, I love it. Hey, when's the last time you farted?
Oh, probably like 30 seconds ago.
That was a question. Okay, next.
It was silent, and it wasn't even deadly.
Oh, also I have the heater on. I feel like if it was too bad, I probably would have whiffed it.
Yeah, I'm a considerate farter, you know?
Tisk tisk. You know, according to
A tasteful tutor.
a really instructive book that I've recently read by the title of Everybody Farts.
Did this book change your life?
Yeah, I'd say it did. You know what's funny? I found this book in like a free book pile outside the Boys and Girl Club when I used to work at Notes for Notes back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
And way before I had kids.
When we met.
When I used to like use the fact that I worked with kids as a reason not to have kids. And then I was like, but I liked it enough. I was like, dude, I'm fully intending on holding on to this until the point where I have kids and stuff. So now I have a kid and I read it to her.
And she's cool.
She's great.
Yeah.
And in that book, they say that people like fart like a couple quarts worth of farts per day if they're healthy.
Yeah, honestly, we're farting all day.
Yeah.
We should be also pooping twice a day,
Right.
minimum.
And then apparently, and I feel like they sort of exaggerate it or oversimplify it, but they say that if you eat things like, because, okay, farts and poop, right? What's poop, guys?
Well,
Poop?
it's
undigested.
It's gas,
it's
and undigested
undigested
particles.
bits of food, let me start my mouth over. Undigested
We're talking
parts
about the butt, not the mouth.
of food, the things that your body doesn't absorb. That's what becomes poop.
That's right.
And so it's really just rotting. But it's sort of like compost, but going through your body. It's like
it's
the things that your body
it's
cannot
been
break
processed.
down, and it moves down and it gets stinky. So then it goes. So that's why people that eat fish, meat, and those kind of things have stinky farts, and animals like lions and things have stinky farts, even though they fart less. And then it's like, but then animals like rhinos and elephants, which fart more, don't smell because they eat things like
I just love the field science on this. Like, what are people doing? They're like
Bro, it's like
following.
I was
Like, is there a
feeling hard science
contraption?
on it.
There's like a contraption that they're like fastening to like the assholes of lions and elephants and just measuring.
I mean, say like my favorite part about the book is actually that you can tell it's originally like by a Japanese author and put out in Japan, and like that it's all like this kind of kitschy and fun, like simplistic Japanese art and stuff. But I feel like there's a relevancy in like culture that's lost when you just translate it to America. Like in Sweden, they have this thing too where you really try to destigmatize poops and farts, and but from the outside view, I just think Swedes are obsessed with fucking poop. So like it's probably the same thing in Japan. And like anyway, the point is because you're trying to make the girls not feel like they can't publicly poop, but like whatever. Anyway, that was a really fucking long way around, and here we go. No, that's not what I meant. You guys, ADHD is real.
Yeah. Ever since I was a wee tot.
This is the part where we segue into the more fun questions, but not the most fun. Those are bonus. We'll see if we get to them. If they could talk, what animal would you love to converse with?
A dog. That's just like unequivocally, obviously a fucking dog.
You think a dog would be a good conversation?
I just think it would be so funny.
Just be like, lick my balls, lick my balls, lick my balls. Pet my head, pet my head, pet my head. Feed me, feed me, feed me. Mom, I love you, Mom, I love you, Mom, I love you.
I was like going to say, I just want to hear somebody tell me they love me all fucking day.
That's all it'd be. It'd just be like, I love you, 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 I love you. You'd be like, okay, Bingo, could you just quiet down a little? Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Oh my God, I do need that affirmation. I would be totally okay with that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Also though, I think ravens, for sure, or bats.
Cool.
But ravens, because they're so highly intelligent.
Fuck yeah.
The dialects, the breadth of their knowledge, and they can fly anywhere. So you could really ask them a lot of questions about what the hell is going on out there.
Yeah. I heard that you can trade them
they'll start bringing you
good
stuff.
breadcrumbs and food bits for little
They might start bringing you money, man.
I know. Were we sharing those things? Oh my God, that was so
I'm sure
funny.
we've seen so many that we're like, did you see this meme that I sent you?
The meme of the guy that was like, I'm basically like the crumb. I'm running a bird crumb ring operation in my local park. I've made about $220 so far. The guy basically noticed that he was just like hobby feeding birds, and then they'd start to bring him little gifts back. And then one time they bring him like some kind of monetary bill, $1 or $20 bill or something, and he's like, "Damn." And
so he gave some bigger crumbs.
So yeah, he was like, "Well, I feel like I should like give them something more." So he like goes out and like gets like the good goods. He's like, "This time I'm giving them like challah bread, like the brioche is coming out." Yeah, right. The pretzel buns are here, and the birds were like, "Damn,
love them buns.
Did you see what just happened there?" So then the birds start bringing in more and more money, and he's like, "Well, shit."
That's the master plan. Like, we all need a side hustle, and he definitely found his, you know?
And he's like, should I feel bad? Like, is
No.
there some guy somewhere that these birds keep just freaking stealing money? Or do they just have a bird's nest full of cash? Like, I don't know how it works.
I think, yes and yes. I
Such
think
a
that
good
you'd be
meme, by the
surprised
way.
how much cash flows free out on them streets.
So, dude, if you do end up talking to a raven, ask them where their cash flows.
That's what I need
If
to
it
know.
ain't disrespecting, you know what I mean?
At all. To tell you that, I'm going to need some pretzel buns. Heard you got the good stuff.
Yo, where's your hot dog in a bun, though?
And my girl here, she likes that sourdough.
What's something you thought was cool as a kid, but isn't actually cool now? Nothing. I'm fucking amazing. Duh. I understand.
No. I mean, it's just like I've probably been so disappointed.
Or it
in
gets
so many things.
Something could be someone, or like who. Like,
oh well, let's not go there. I mean, people have been disappointing. Like, oh, how much time do we fucking have?
All right, maybe reel it back into something. Tamp down that enthusiasm. There's more questions to get through.
Something that I thought was cool that I just no longer do. I'm like, man, I just think so many things are cool as a kid.
It's not that good of a question. I mean, some of these don't have to be asked. I was just gonna like.
I just think that's funny. I'm like,
honestly, I couldn't come up with questions. I honestly had to consult the internet.
Other children.
Oh yeah.
I like as a child, I was like, wow, look at all these other kids.
Yeah.
And now, like,
someone's big brother was so cool back then.
Somebody's big brother was so cool. Oh my god, I had this crush.
Not naming names, but
so hard. I don't even think I remember his name, but I was 4 years old, and he was
holy
definitely
shit. You had a big one, a big crush in 4. Nice.
like 4, 5, 6, something like that.
That's probably what Arlie has on the little neighbor kid that's like 7 or 8,
and he played basketball.
She's like, "Can I go to Isaiah's house? Can I go
Right? He must have been at least in 8th grade. He was tall.
Oh.
He could have even possibly been in high school.
Oh my goodness.
And I just had this
Mo
like, I have
the big
always
guys.
loved the older men.
Oh Lord.
Although, can't say that I haven't connected with the youngers. Whoop whoop. Legal,
Hey-o.
obviously. Whoop, just saying.
She's single and down to mingle, guys.
Hey.
Just saying. At Spectrum Podcast. No, wait, fuck. We're at spectrum.pod. God damn it, you guys. I know my shit. I'm going to edit that out or not, whatever. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Hey, I'm walking here.
Clowns? Yeah, I don't know. Just clowns.
Wow, did you actually? You liked clowns?
No, I don't remember being very scared of or thought they were cool. I was pretty ambivalent and just.
You're a Stephen King fan. I feel like you probably. Did you read it?
My favorite Stephen Kings were actually the whole Dark Tower series.
Tight, dude. See?
Yeah,
Changed your life, too?
yeah. I haven't read The Stand, though. That's I guess
I
that's
have
the
that
famous
one. If you want to borrow it,
I could.
it might be. Oh, right there. It's right there. See, I lied. I forgot my fiction's down below.
I just read a book called
smart.
The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue that I liked quite a bit. This has nothing to do with Stephen King. It's not even a horror, but
We're back on books.
yeah, we're back on books.
This is actually the
that
book
was
club
good.
with Spectrum Podcast.
Yeah.
Welcome back to book club with Spectrum
Ooh,
Podcast.
this was a good one. The Push. It was like a weird psychological thriller where you're basically like, is that little girl a killer or is there a mom? Whereas the mom just like schizophrenic.
She was split personality disorder. No offense to you, Danny. No, it's fucking,
Oh damn! Shots fired.
no. BBT.
Love you, baby girl.
Love you, baby girl. Sick. Do you think you'd survive a zombie apocalypse? Why or why not?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, for sure. I mean,
I so agree with you. It's like, not. I wasn't like preloading it, but I'm like, yeah.
Obvious. Obviously. I've been building the team for a long time now. We're like, I mean, we already have...
Do I make the cut?
Well, obviously. Yes. I mean...
Are my podcasting skills part of that?
I mean, we could keep people updated. Like, maybe we've just become, the radio for everybody.
If someone can teach me Morse code, that'd be great. Ding, 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 ding.
It's outdated.
Not in the future.
Not in the future. Oh, yeah. We have to go all the way back to radio, man.
I mean, yeah.
I don't think we need to use Morse code.
And the antelope
Play.
Fuck.
Because I got friends in low places where the whiskey
You guys, we still got the karaoke in our blood. Still haven't cleared that out of my system.
My blues
or
away.
shall I say Barioki. Shout out.
Okay,
Tiburon
country
Tavern.
music. Okay, how about this? Something that I thought that was cool as a kid that I no longer do.
Music.
Country fucking
Sick
music.
Bakersfield style.
Yeah.
Because I like Willie Nelson and family.
That doesn't count.
Hank Williams Jr.
Yeah,
and I
fine.
like old shit.
Obviously, that's
But-
not what we're talking
right,
about. We're
we're
talking like
Bakersfield.
definitely, yeah, and like Shania Twain, and Garth Brooks, and
Yeah, you think my truck is sexy kind of shit.
Tim McGraw.
Ugh, let's not give them any airtime. Hey, well, actually, maybe that answers this. Most embarrassing phase you went through? Was it the country phase? Did you have like a whole...
even.
Did you learn how to square dance? You never wore little cowgirl hats and little cowgirl hat?
Yeah,
Dude,
I
in
did. I used to
Truckee-
show horses.
No offense to them. Like, some of them are super fucking Insta famous or famous now. Like, my friend, shout out, maybe I'll get something from this because I'm going to at you now. I love you. Shout out Amy Engerbretson. She is a pro skier, but she's also like a really good line dancer and stuff. And she's part of that original Truckee lineup of people that was like into the country scene and the rodeo scene that I just didn't get.
I grew up in Columbus, Indiana.
I mean,
so
yeah, but that makes sense. That we're fucking
not.
California girls. Like, what the...
And I'm
At
not
least
a horse
she's a
girl.
pro skier.
No, I'm not a horse girl. I have my own horse. She's great. She's
You did
definitely
work,
dead
you
by
did
now.
work on a dude ranch.
Okay, well, yeah, I did that. Stop painting the picture like you're like
not a
putting
horse
words in my mouth
girl.
of my life experience.
But I have touched a few horses.
But I have touched a few horses. Yeah. It's in Colorado, you got to do what you got to do.
Most embarrassing phase, though, what was it?
I mean, the horse girl phase was almost there, but like, I'm actually gonna. The real truth is like, because I don't even want to share it. The real truth is like, I went through a boy band phase.
Oh shit, girl! I am so proud of
NSYNC
myself.
all the way, like 100%. Fuck you, Backstreet Boys.
I was so against it.
98 degrees.
I remember being at a party
Lick
of all
me.
girls. They were like my fucking
Everywhere.
sister's age, which is your age. Oh, this makes sense. So I remember being at a birthday party that was like my sister. I don't know why she had to bring me. I was there. So it was my sister and her friends.
Your mom's like,
they're
take
all-
your sister.
They're the same age as you. So, like, maybe there was a thing about that. You guys were, like, all feeling horny at the same time and NSYNC exists. I think that was
Obviously.
it.
I liked
So, like,
the
I wasn't
gay
there
one.
yet, and
That's
I
the
was like,
best
what
part.
the
I was like, oh, I love Lance
Lance.
Bass. He's so cute. And he was the gay one. I was like, obviously, I wouldn't be
obviously you
into
love
the gay one.
They always take care of themselves.
Yeah, man. And I'm just into the vibe. Like,
I love my gays. Shout out to my LGBTQIA plus community.
hey, yo.
We is allies.
Yeah. On
Y'all
the
get your
Kinsey 1
head
to
out of
7.
here. Y'all get your head out of here. Y'all get your head out of here. Y'all get your head out of here. Okay.
That put me at like a rainbow 5.5.
Oh my God, I love it. What is the worst pickup line someone has tried on you?
Ooh, what a great fucking question.
I feel like I only ever remember the bad shit, which is awesome.
I know, it's like so many contenders.
So many bad Yelp reviews.
Yeah, I mean, usually it's just a comment on my tattoos, and it's like, wow, cool, original. I mean, and this...
That's why you made sure to do a tattoo right near your pussy that says, tap it here. They're like, wow, if only you had a tap it here near your pussy. You're like, I do.
So tell me the stories of your tattoos.
Yes.
Where are you from? Like, no.
Not interested.
No, thank you. Yeah, usually...
No one ever gave you one of these, like, are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see.
Oh, I'm sure that it's been tried, but, like, honestly, I think it's funny. Like, I'm all about it. I love attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
do I ever?
Oh,
What?
do I
Never.
What, me? Oh,
Me?
never.
What you talking about? I don't have a podcast with my name on it. call myself by a pseudonym, Breazy. What the fuck? Although I have been called that since I was like a newborn, so shove off.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, suck it, all the other Breezys.
Yeah.
She had it like way before you did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Original.
I just meant before that was a pickup line, like
Breezy
young
one.
Breezy.
Breezy one.
It's cool.
Yeah, I feel like I put out the air of don't even fucking, it won't be worth any of your time. You know what I mean? Like,
No fuck with me vibes.
don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, excuse me, that felt so good.
Oh, dude, those happen on here all the time.
Oh, yeah, it felt really good. Yeah, man. It's like I'm open enough, but also it's like this sweet spot of, yeah, dude, I'm down to party, but you fuck with me, and I have like zero tolerance for any of your bullshit. So there's pretty much doesn't ever happen, and I just put it out of my brain.
Most of my friends have a pretty low tolerance for bullshit, and a high,
a happy ending.
And
that's like the worst one, you know.
And a well-tuned radar for bullshit.
Yeah, like it doesn't even get to come around me. I have like this like force field of samurai.
That's where
energy.
we're at in our life here, guys. That's where we're
you
at.
know, some like straight up anime style.
So then, greatest yet strangest talent.
Okay, so I can make this like really weird noise with my tongue, because I can actually bend it backwards. We can all bend our tongues backwards. I'm pretty sure all of you can do it. That wasn't the sound, so here it is. It's. I feel
wait.
I feel like it sounds like.
All right, now we got to turn that off.
Oh yeah.
We need fine-tuned
Quiet on the set, please.
system.
Thank you. Red light on. Check 1 2. Sounds good. Okay.
And
So it's supposed to be a dolphin sound. So here you go. You can tell me how you feel about it. Did you like that?
Oh my god, that's so great. Can you pair it with like the flipper, like ee? Yes, clearly I can.
Wait. How do you like that?
Oh my god, the crowd goes on. The crowd goes on.
I haven't tried that second part before, yeah, but it's actually very tiring. You know, it's like
that. Thank you. That far exceeded expectation. Oh my god, I thought you were gonna go with like that you do fire staff or something, and that was so much better.
Well, I mean that's true, but I don't think that's like that weird.
It's not that unusual. Well, in our circles,
yeah, we're like
yeah,
basic.
I don't know who you people know.
I know my parents and all my like aunts and uncles are like blown away. I brought my fire hoop home for Christmas one time.
I don't know the circles we run in. It's
and they're
normal.
like, wow, and it was just the most basic ass fucking performance.
Dude, by the way, I think,
I'm like not even impressive where we are. You know what I mean? They're like, okay, learn some new tricks.
I think everybody can tell my voice is really horrible this week, guys. I'm post karaoke.
We yelled a lot. We were the bells of the ball. Like sang with so many people.
To come in, but Stasher has really, really smelly farts, so we're not gonna let her.
Oh yeah, we're not doing that. Okay, cat farts are the worst.
Guilty pleasure. What's yours?
Eating like an entire bag of potato chips.
Ooh, I love savory. I'm there.
Yeah, that has way more appeal to me
than like a bunch of ice, like a tub of ice cream or some sweet shit. I feel like people go one way or the other with these things. I'm in that camp too. I'm savory.
Yeah, and that as far as food goes,
y'all get out as camp sweet or camp savory.
And don't put that savory sweet in my mouth. Like you can suck it with that. Like I'm not trying to have some kettle chips, kettle popcorn. Like it's so good though with the sweet
honey roasted peanuts.
Yeah, no, suck it. Like that's not. No, I want full salt.
Yeah, get sweet out of here.
Yeah, and then I want to have a piece of, chocolate after that. I need them to be separate.
Follow-up question.
They're not touching.
Favorite chip flavor? Or preferred? What would you grab if you were going to satiate that guilty pleasure?
Barbecue is always a really good classic, honestly.
Like like hickory barbecue from
sure.
Kettle chips.
Yeah,
Hashtag
they really
sponsor
rule.
me.
Hashtag I love your product.
I'm good for this.
I live in Oregon where you've planted lots of trees.
Very good.
You like to do projects where I live. Hire me. Best spokesperson ever, and I swear. Yeah, man. Any of the. I mean, you can go classic salt. Doesn't really matter.
The only one
Barbecue's
that
great
really
though.
bums me out
peppercini. That one kicks ass.
You know
I
what?
like that one better than the
I
dill pickle.
don't love the ones I don't love that everyone else loves would be salt and vinegar, and
I used to be on that.
it's just it hurts my tongue every time. And then like cracked pepper I like, but I can't have too much or it starts to hurt my tongue.
Exactly, like I want something that's going to allow me to binge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need any of your like spicy shit.
I actually
because I won't be able to make it through. You know, I'm not trying to control myself.
The jalapeno, I can get jalapeno business. I can definitely get that.
Ooh, I'm a spicy baby though. I'm just like my mouth just.
I am from
cries
California.
about it.
You are from Indiana.
I sweat. I sweat. No, I went on an Ayurvedic cleanse once because I was having all these anxiety attacks, and I decided to
cayenne. Salt, lemon.
I decided to take away all inflammatories from my diet, which included caffeine and spicy things and salt and sugars and all the things, right? And I did that for a few months, and then it just became completely, intolerable. Spices so intolerable. I can't have caffeine.
You came back and it was just
coffee.
too much.
Nope, I don't even have coffee. Nobody even liked me on coffee. I thought I was cool on coffee. That's why I was like, yeah, man, cocaine's great. I'm more me.
I'm so me.
I'm more me. What could be better than me? More of me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, cocaine phases.
It was heavy metal.
You could have answered, what was something that you thought was cool as a kid that isn't actually cool? Cocaine. But I mean, is it not cool? Is it cool? It just is.
I mean, I tried it when I was
you guys, cocaine
in my
is
20s,
ontological. We are not doing either promoting, neither non-promoting. Anyway.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Next. When's the last time that you laughed so hard you cried? Or peed a little?
I pee almost every time I laugh now.
Dude, that's called getting older.
I know. So I've
had a baby, as like most women
I haven't even
had
had
babies.
children. There's no excuse for me.
Dude, at least I had a C-section. My mom friends that pushed him out the good old-fashioned way, like, see me jump on a trampoline and just go, I don't even know how you just did that.
Okay. I had a good laugh cry mostly when when I sit with myself and I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. Like maybe I'm feeling like really, I don't know. I'm feeling a lot of emotions, man. I'm usually not great. If not feeling good, I sit down. I feel it in my body. Where am I feeling it in my body? And then I'll get to this point where I realize that I've been inflicting all of my suffering on myself. And then I cry about what hurts, and then I laugh at how hard I've made it on myself, and then
oh my god, what a cool
release! You're right, and then I go back to laughing and crying until I'm just laughing, and it's great. And I drink a bunch of water.
That's some sick somatic work. You really are a fucking like yogi and
right. I'll have like some exorcisms in my house. Like people walk in, I'm like,
damn dude, and they're like, Morgan's practicing her drama class by herself again.
Our whole house is all massage therapists, so I mean, at any time, you'll just hear one of us in the shower being like. Like some Dory on, Finding Nemo. Don't worry, I speak whale. I know.
You hear ohms like emanating up through the floors. That's great. Worst person to be stuck in an elevator with?
Probably Putin, I guess.
Oh, bro.
I mean, that sounds pretty terrible.
That'd be tough.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that job.
Just as a relevance.
What is the worst advice that you've ever received?
College is the best investment that you can make.
What a clapback. Oh, I love it.
My parents told me that.
Yo, dude, from day one, I knew I'm going to college. Before I even knew what college was, I knew to like repeat the mantra, I'm going to college. And then I questioned it like my senior year of high school after I've gotten like straight A's my whole life, gotten into like fucking UCLA and shit, and like basically every school I applied to, and everyone that I did apply to. And then I'm like, do I even want to go? And my dad's like, you're going. Like,
it's not a fucking choice.
But I want to be a pro snowboarder. He's like, you're fucking going. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
a good idea.
Obviously, I do. Well, obviously, because you all know me so well, I do support being more skilled in whatever you're interested in, and again, it's about that curiosity, maintaining and your drive and pushing you forward. So, if you're interested in cartography, then find a mentor and a program.
Do you have 2 bachelor's degrees?
a bachelor degree? Is that like a
no,
degree
I'm sorry.
in making patches?
I don't know why I try to be a host. I can't even talk. Do you have 2 BAs, like bachelor degrees?
I actually have 2 D's right here, but
shit,
double D's.
Double D's.
I just have 1 bachelor.
Okay.
Yeah, just
but
the one.
You've got multiple.
It's a BFA.
Certifications and degrees and
yeah,
things.
I have a BFA and
Bachelor in
then,
Fine Arts for those that are not in the know.
Don't run in our circles. Just
I just have a Bachelor of Arts, which is a BA. I don't fucking know why they do that.
I have like some associates in some psych work as well. That
right,
was what I started
mostly
off
your
with.
point about saying that is just that you've actually basically made all your money doing things that aren't associated with the degrees that cost
That's
all the
correct.
money.
So yeah, I mean, and when I was doing photography, I was actually already making money, and then
Prior to the degree.
I bought into this idea that
Mullet bro.
Yeah, that I needed to be like bigger and better and like be
Yeah.
making all this money like in this industry, and that I needed to go back to school because I had been told again and again that was like the best,
The competitive edge you need to
the
take it to the
competitive
next
edge
level,
you need.
girl.
Yeah, exactly. And
Good old American talent.
and I freaking
Jeez.
ate it up, you know?
Yeah,
and there have been a lot of that definitely causes a lot of frustration in my life, because it's like obviously a choice that I made myself given the information that I was given, and you know, so anyways, but 60 grand, 65 grand in debt doesn't feel super great. I mean, I'm just like, cool. So as soon as I start making money, they'll just take your money. I mean, it's just like it's a cesspool.
It is a cesspool, dude. Dude, all right.
Go
all
to
right.
trade school. Go to trade school. Don't go to college.
Your dreams,
It's
follow
totally,
your heart.
it's totally
Start
stupid.
your own podcast. Pretend people care. That's my plan. Yeah. Sexy.
And if you do want to talk about the sexy part of all that, yeah, I came to Santa Barbara to pursue more education,
Yeah.
you know, to like be in that world, and then I got disillusioned from all that. And if I hadn't come here, I wouldn't have met you.
Right. So no ragrats, really.
Yeah, and you know, I wouldn't have met Cameron, and
Not just because she met me.
yeah, not just because I met her.
She's painting in that vanity. It's this idea that like the decisions we make, whether the thing that you initially made the decision for really works out or not, it leads you on a path, and that path can be rewarding.
Yeah, exactly. And I met so many
Take a
beautiful
chance on yourself,
people.
kid.
Yeah, and it actually took me to the next step, because if I hadn't met Cameron and I hadn't run away with the circus and I hadn't, you know, become friends with all of these massage therapists and realized what was already happening in my body, that I was able to walk past people and be like, why is this place in your body hot or attracting me or feeling like a magnet? And, you know, they're like, oh, it's like bothering me. This bothers me. And like, oh, this bothers me right now, whatever that is. And so, yeah, so now I'm not making my money doing any of what I studied.
Yeah.
Originally. So I was already making my money doing photography. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, it's just it's a bitter pill to swallow, you know, when you're trying to better yourself and you realize that you've basically fucked yourself into being a cog. But I will not be a cog, so we'll figure that out.
Uncog yourself, or
Yeah.
you'll be the shiniest, prettiest, most glittery cog that there ever was.
Bedazzled.
Attract the
You know
other
what I'm
good
talking
cogs. You know what I mean? So we're approacheth an hour, and so I'm going to skip some of these that I
The
find
final question.
less interesting, and I'm gonna go into some funny ones that can be shorter responses. Go to curse.
My go-to fuck. I mean,
Definitely.
Yeah.
What would you name your boat if you had one? Such a good question.
Slippery Susan.
Yes. Oh, sexy. Fucking favorite food combination.
Mashed potatoes and gravy.
Damn.
Also macaroni and cheese, but with fried chicken in there too. Can we name more than how many foods can I put together?
I don't know. That all sounded pretty good.
That was my meal of choice.
None of it weirded me out, so I'm fine with it. If you could master any skill, what would it be?
Oh, you know, really being able to just speak a language, to be able to communicate almost immediately, like some superpower where I can walk into some town square and I just hear like 2 minutes of people talking, and then I've got it figured out, and I can completely communicate
You
wherever
and
I
Nana
am.
can get down. I'm down.
So much would be a a possible and available with like greater communication across the board.
Can you tell that she's an extrovert? I want to communicate.
I want to talk to people
even more people. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Fucking right. God damn it.
But what is it?
I mean,
it's its own thing.
Yeah, own category.
Yeah, it goes with sausage.
Hot dog, hamburger. Do aliens exist?
Yeah, I'm gonna say fucking for sure.
Yeah, all right. If so, are aliens among us now?
Probably.
I think so too. Dude, one of my favorite movies is like
The Men in Black. Independence Day.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. All
Mars Attacks.
Wait. Oh my god.
Your favorite movie is
they see us, them, the one from the 80s, Michael Douglas, he puts on the sunglasses. They live. So good.
That's such a classic.
So fucking
Obey.
Good. Yeah, aliens
you know what is
everywhere.
funny is that
capitalism is just the aliens fucking suppressing the humans.
And then you see all these.
What? Wait.
You see all these people wearing. Oh. Mysterious. And they're just obeying. You got people wearing the shirts all over
good.
now. And you see it, and you're like, you know what that reference is? And they go, no, they don't know what the reference is. I'm like, well, you're just obeying. You're buying. You're just buying.
He randomly picks up a pair of sunglasses that like belongs to the aliens, and if he puts them on, then he sees.
No, there's like a whole. There's a whole.
Oh, whatever. Well, yeah.
There's a whole little organization, man, and they're distributing the glasses to open the eyes of the masses.
Really, what they're doing is what South Koreans do for North Koreans when they sneak in like those dongles full of like photos of the outside world to like dispel the notion of like the dystopic state they're living in. Anyway, on that light note, what hair color do they declare on bald people's licenses?
Not applicable. Just like the NA.
If you guys are bald, I should ask my neighbor. If you guys are bald, get at me.
Yeah, we need to know.
At spectrum.pod. Or you can hit us here on YouTube at
Burning
Rare
Questions.
Girl, Rare GRRRL. That's 3 R's. Is this a simulation?
I've been having more questions about that recently. I'm just walking around like, what am I saying? Why am I saying those things? Like, how do I feel? Why do I feel this way? Yeah, why am I even here? Why do I choose to do these things?
In this moment.
Yeah.
Why do we cook bacon and bake cookies?
Together?
No. Why do we cook bacon and bake cookies?
Oh. Because the English language
sucks
to be confusing. It's actually a prerequisite.
Oh my God, just to confuse us. All right, great. If the fountain of youth can make you live forever, can you drown in it?
What if you don't inhale?
So do the Clinton method? Or was that the Obama?
That was a straight Clinton reference. 90s baby, what up? Actually, I'm actually not a 90s baby. I'm a 90s baby that got born, and then I was in the 90s.
She remembers the 90s.
I remember the
her
90s.
Youth.
Ninja Turtles. I have a question for you. I have a question for you. If you could be a Ninja Turtle, which one would you be?
The goofy ass one.
Michelangelo.
Okay, it's funny because in my head I said Michelangelo, and then I was like, I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's the orange one. He's got the staff. I mean, he's awesome.
Or wait, wait, which one's like the goofy, the orange one? Yeah, the orange one.
He's goofy as fuck.
Yeah, bro. That's me.
Bro.
I'm the dude.
Yeah.
I'm that one.
Good.
I guess. I mean, maybe I'm not that one, but I guess I want to be him. I aspire to be that one because he seems like he's pretty zen. He lets a lot of shit go. He eats a lot
of pizza, and he just lets things go.
Like his chill comes from the inside, not the outside.
Yeah.
That's where I'm trying to be at.
Yeah.
Why not make
Goals.
Why not make rodent flavored cat food?
But then we'd have to know what rodents taste like. Who's taste testing that?
Are you taste testing that? Is that a human? It's a cat food, man.
How do they know?
I just what do they have? They have like tuna. They've got like. Yeah, they've got how do we know chicken and gravy.
Oh, God, it smells the worst. Cat food is the absolute worst smelling.
But I mean, like, if you want them to eat mice, why not make it mice flavored?
Maybe it is, and we just...
fucking
That's why it smells so disgusting.
It's a fucking stupid question, Morgan. It's okay for you to say that.
I just want to know. I just want to know who's taste testing it in the first place to be like, that's. So it's kind of gamey, you know what I mean? But there's like this little bit of like a bitter aftertaste.
In your eyes, it's a human, because in my eyes, there's just this like fucking room in the back of the cat food factory with like 20 tabby cats like, taste testing food and either hitting a green button or a red button after. Like, judgmental box cats.
Yes.
Yes.
The suspense.
You might actually have a good response for this, being that you're from Indiana. What was the first man to milk a cow trying to do? And why am I assuming it's a man?
I just think that, I think everybody loves boobs. First of all, let's just talk about boobs are great.
Oh my God. He just saw a row of nipples and was like, I could have 2 or I could have 6.
Right? Well, I think you're just looking at what the baby calf is doing and you're going, I bet I could do. I don't think that there's any set amount of udders. I think that.
How many teats are on it?
It's not a set amount of teats, There can be anywhere between 4 and 8,
There's got to be a set number. There can't just be like a million. I
think there's like a max number of teats and then there's a minimum number of teats. Just, I don't think I don't know if there's like a standard teat count.
Ooh, dad jokes.
Fun fact.
So your answer is groping.
Yeah, and hunger. So he was hungry just in all the ways.
No, where he was groping and then discovered that love. Oh God, I need to stop. The visual's getting too weird. Anyway.
And did he use his mouth or his hands?
Is your answer to this question no?
No.
Great. Okay. I know that you probably know this next one because we've talked about books a few times.
Oh man,
episode.
It is the subject du jour.
They've come up a few times. So
well, you're just really trying to get me to open up, right?
Yeah. Oh. Where do they put the Bible in the libraries? Fiction or nonfiction?
Oh yeah, it's in the religious works.
Is that like tucked in between the two? It's like the ugly elbow.
They're all like question mark,
It's the corner between the two.
It's true. Yeah, there's a transitory state where you enter and there's like a veil and it just like appears out of nowhere. You're like, wow, that corner just looks like, It's
like in politics and they say purple instead of red or blue. Like, make up your fucking mind, but they're like, eh.
Like, it couldn't just be one color or the other. Clearly. Yeah, I guess its own section because,
Damn, own section.
Because wars have been fought over whether or not that shit is
I
fact or fiction,
I hear Jerusalem is quite the hot spot for battling over.
It's
Crusades.
So hot. Jerusalem is so hot right now.
Right now. Okay,
it's just a hotbed of
I really feel like this final one's gonna bring it totally full circle.
Oh, let's bring it in.
If a vampire bites a zombie, does the zombie become a vampire? Or does the vampire become a zombie?
Okay, well, if we're talking like strictly, lore of how it actually works, we're going to go with the zombie becoming a vampire, but I think it's kind of like, okay, here's the thing.
But if the zombie bites the vampire first, and the vampires are ready. The
zombie has to bite. The zombie
has to. The
vampire's
already half dead, too.
They're actually both dead.
So
they're both the undead.
Does it cancel?
Here's my thought on it. It's kind of like, okay, say you're like smoking weed, right? Yeah. But you've like taken acid earlier.
I definitely smoked weed before this.
Indeed, me too.
Sorry, Mom, you're dead, so you don't have to care.
Oh,
whatever. Fucking don't at me.
So you smoked weed, but you're waiting for the acid to kick in. Obviously, this is like incredibly relevant to everyone. And, and you're smoking weed and you're like, wow, I feel high. This is great. You're like drinking a beer and you're like, yeah, you feel both those things. But then like the acid kicks in, right? And then you're just like, you don't feel anything else. You could smoke till you're like just absolutely passed out. It doesn't matter. You're not gonna feel that weed. And I just think you're not gonna feel that booze. you could try to do some cocaine. It doesn't actually matter. Nothing else.
You're not going to know how to put your pants on after you jump into the ocean fully clothed, and your friend tells you, no, you can't get into my Audi fucking wet, change your pants, and you'll stand there for fucking 15 minutes staring at your pants with your hands out at your side.
You can't pee right there.
Exasperated, being like, and then they'll go, why haven't you changed? And you'll go, yeah. Why haven't I changed?
I think that's the greater question here.
It might have been a true story. And you also saw a kid on the beach who was like a toddler but had a freakishly adult face, and you were like, is it the acid or does that kid freak you out too?
Like, does that kid look like
to which your friends say, no,
man.
That kid really does freak me out.
This is the Benjamin Button of
God
children.
damn it, I've had some good times in San Francisco.
So really all that's to say is that I think that each is just so powerful that they're not going to be off of either of those acid trips anytime soon. And they're really just eating each other, which is maybe
that's like a happy ending. They just can gnaw on each other for eternity because the zombie still has some coagulation of disgusting dead blood, and the zombie maybe.
But vampires like the fresh blood, man. They're all into that.
Yeah, but maybe this is like, like how there's like trash people. Maybe there's like trash vampires, Morgan. Maybe there's like.
There's the energy vampires.
There's people that drink toilet wine. Maybe there's people that drink like like the zombie blood is like the equivalent of toilet wine. It's just what's available.
Yeah, it's just there was a murder. There's some
Everyone's
like blood
dead.
out on the ground.
That is
lap
the
it
question.
up.
If this in this imaginary world, I'm assuming we're at least into the zombie apocalypse far enough that humans are hard to find. So you're kind of like the zombies are.
I think they make a good team though.
There for the taking.
Because here's the thing: zombies historically pretty slow.
Scavengers also.
Scavengers, more like the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Vampires, usually apex.
Of the vampires are absolutely more like the Velociraptor. So like
their
they're fast.
Got nabbed.
Mm-hmm. They're fast. They can grab the human. They can suck them dry and then pass them off to the zombie to have the brains. So I think it's really a match made in heaven.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
So really,
in conclusion,
it's like neither one of them is actually taking each other's last name. You know what I mean? They're more progressive than that. They're the best. They're like a match made in heaven or hell, and they're gonna make up their own. They're gonna make up their own love story.
I do love that. On that note, I feel like I should let you go. I should let the audience. I should let everyone know this has been so fun.
Yeah, thanks. This has been awesome. What a great way to spend the afternoon.
My first time having a one-on-one without, I don't know what I'm saying.
An agenda.
My first time. Danny's not here is what I'm trying to say. I'm just like losing my words. It's like, it's been a long day already. But anyway, it's so great to
We've smoked so many bongs, you guys. Like, dude, it's been a really long day.
The guest work is tough. No, I'm just kidding, Morgan. I'm so grateful that you're my friend. Anyone that's listening, I'm so grateful that you're listening. This is the conclusion of season 2, episode 2. You guys, let us know if you like the new format. Let me know if interviews are something you're into. I have, believe it or not, many interesting friends and contemporaries that I would love to have on this show. I can call people into the show. We have that technology. We are here living in the 21st century, living. Get us.
We're a 21st century.
Get at us on all the socials, and then raregirl.com, RAREGRRRL, at YouTube, at raregirl, same handle on the Instagrams. I'm at Steezy Breezy. Morgan's
at Morgan the Willow.
At Morgan the Willow.
Yeah, and then, I do traveling massage parties too, by the way. I mean, if we're going to just go ahead and plug.
Yeah,
like,
we're plugging.
Hello. I live in Ashland, Oregon. What's up, everybody?
She's a traveling massage therapist. And if the price is right, you can book her to come to like private events or whatever, like grow operations or shit like that,
It's true, man. Like I work a lot on the scene. I definitely do a lot of like, festival party stuff. And man, know how to like party and work with people at the same time. It's the best fusion.
She will come.
It's the best fusion out there. Sometimes I build it and then I hope you come.
She also loves to come and is here through the 18th, so holla.
Wow.
All right, love you guys. Till next time.